Hello, hello. What is up? We're doing a new game today. This would be a bit of a change of pace from the Myst series, as we just got done with Myst and Riven. Moving on to Detective Grimoire, which I guess is done by Armor Games. They have done a whole bunch of... That may have been why I picked this up in the first place. That Armor Games... I don't know if that's a studio or if they are the publisher or whatever, but they I've played a whole bunch of small Flash games that are done by Armor Games. So this is, I think, just kind of a straightforward like point and click adventure game, but with a more light-hearted style to it, probably. I don't think it will take terribly long. I don't think I will get stuck at all. I will apply all of my deductive reasoning that is in my pinky.
I will not falter.
Ah, you got me. You got me. Wouldn't that have been great if I had updated it and just hadn't told you? I could have called you out as the fraud detective that you are. Instead I have egg all over my face. Thank you very much for your continued subscription. Ba-bing. Area, the beginning. Challenges 0 out of 7. Also, should I turn... These are... As the fraud streamer I am, I know. As if nobody could tell from the fact that I'm starting an hour late. Also makes me a fraud. It didn't remember that I saved or that I created. But boom, headphones strongly recommended. You will need sound to properly experience this game. I think this might be a like tablet game too. The fact that it said like tap instead of click. This is a little loud.
"2025 last night. A murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction, deep within the heart of the marsh.
Hold on. A tourist attraction? Here? I don't get it. Why would anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This area is famous.
Famous. All I read was that some idiot thought they saw an alien here 100 years ago.
Get your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature
Check
that's
your
lived in the swamp
facts.
for over 60 years.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see what matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
The murder suspect?
That's right. This is no Loch Ness monster. You need to be taking this seriously.
No, look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
You've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Our case file?
Case
There's
file.
not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
Police file. Richard Remington, founder of the tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, was found dead outside his office at 8:45 last night, p.m. like America does. Exact cause of death unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound and footprints found at the scene suggest the culprit was Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. Any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. It was Leon. It was obviously Leon. Next game.
Murder victim, Richard Remington. He was in charge of this, tourist attraction. Boggy's Bog? What a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the cartoon character, I promise you. This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
I will not falter.
Jukeboxing. Uh-oh, I lost my hat. I lost my hat but gained a follower. Chapter 1, A Swamp Full of Secrets.
Your case file is in the top right.
I know that.
You can look at your clues and suspect profiles in here.
I knew that.
When you've collected some, of course.
I knew that.
I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused,
I'm not.
come back here and I'll help you.
Won't need any. I didn't even do anything. I'm already 4% complete. Suspicious objects, 2% complete. Notes, 0%. Rank Gormless. Gormless Gumshoe? What a good word. Oh, and we're going to have little thinky hints down here. Oh, well. Click and hold the back button to immediately exit from menus. Sure. Oh, yeah, this is very much a tablet game. I don't know what these are. Is this like, how dead is he? He was killed 3 times. Oh, okay. Suspicious. Tap to change. His body was found outside his office in the swamp. 3 small wounds on his chest. Mysterious slime around his wounds.
Not suspicious. Suspicious.
Okay. Okay.
That's where I need to go. I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right. Oh, and if I'm feeling confident,
I am.
I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
Off. Autosave is on. Okay.
That's where I need to. I can
Oh.
And I can.
Aha.
You didn't get lost yet.
No, I only just got here. Who are you?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
Hang on a sec. Let me turn this back up a little. And she does have a familiar voice.
I've never seen you before.
Saw your hat blow through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here and behave.
You'll get lost. I would never forgive myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore. I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know all about it already?
They're saying it was the creature, but it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of creature.
Wait, what do you mean? If you... she disappeared.
How mysterious.
I might pretend I imagined her. It's an old statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water.
What was updated? His feet are hidden in murky water. Okay. Is that a puzzle? Oh, just like on the thing.
is an opportunity for a photographic memento.
Is this a sequel to something? It might be. That was the other thing I was thinking. The fact that he said something about, or she said something about, you know, like, don't you remember me?
The two characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they fighting? Just an odd old tree. I still don't quite understand why we have a tourist attraction here.
Oh, it's Lulu.
Don't forget to use walk mode to move around. Just my luck, the gate's closed. Looks like I can move these metal latches around. I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate, probably.
Incredibly easy. Oh, this is extremely physics-based. Can I, will this reach?
Hey, nice. I might get one of these from my office. This is the tourist attraction? The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me. Let's do some thinking. Drag any two stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom, and flick through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence.
Yeah, I think this is what I saw in the like preview video that was like, oh, okay, yeah, I could get this. I could also and he's well, I've never heard Edgeworth's voice. Does Edgeworth speak? Does anyone speak?
Tap the confirm.
Oh, no,
button to
you're
try it
saying,
out.
ha, I get it. Edgeworth from Investigations, where we already did something similar to this.
I just have to focus my thoughts and reach a conclusion. Boggy's Bog seems like the middle of nowhere.
The swamp? Wait, no. The swamp is too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money?
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. It's really bugging me. What's the story behind this place?
I don't even know if I got that right or not.
Note to self, don't fall in. Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe to the right. I'm not hungry though. This place is putting me off food.
To the museum, then. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there. Looks like
Protest.
this path leads towards the northwest corner of Boggy's Bog. I can't wait. A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore.
Let's keep going. No, wait. Let's not. What's this?
I should visit the crime scene before I do anything else. I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Why is this called protest? Are people protesting here and I just can't see them? Alright. Continue my walkies. Clearing.
Rocks sitting in the water like stepping stones. If that was a natural occurrence, it's a very convenient one. This area is kind of empty. I can't see anything worth writing down. There's a narrow path here leading up that hill and through the trees. It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction.
So these all... interesting. Okay, so it'll, even with like hints turned off, I should be able to see there are other things that I could have noticed in those, in each of the zones. Yes.
This area is kind of...
If only I had a skeleton arm with glue on it. Hey now.
So, this is where they found Remington's body.
But I've already seen this. They popped it up for me anyway. Good job.
There are bizarre footprints with 3 toes leading up to the office door. And back down into those reeds by the water.
Right. They go up there and then down here.
The strange footprints stop right by these reeds. Maybe I should take a closer look. Maybe I can move some of them out of the way. A strange pair of green flippers, badly hidden in the reeds outside the office.
Strange green flippers. Who left these lying around? Leon.
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside. I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on. I don't like it here. What's this? There's a lockpick dropped amongst the weeds down here in the water. I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button. That's the one, but I wonder where this lockpick came from.
Alright, so this is going to be mostly little mini games, I guess. A lockpick discarded near the entrance to Remington's office, covered in a strange liquid slime, most likely used by the murderer to break into Remington's office. Quite right.
Maybe...
Yeah, but I have a lockpick. I can just pick the lock. Oh well. Hello?
Some suspects. Let's get this investigation started.
Doesn't have any feet. It's you.
Alright, let's see.
Oops.
That's a little rude.
This is auto-advancing. I didn't have to do
say
that.
that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to investigate last night's murder. Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange. Is that your first name?
It's my 23rd name, but the one I like best. It's my second name.
It's my second name.
We're using our
Detective
made-up
is my first
names.
name.
Then I am Spider-Man.
So you already told me what you do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer. You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he
Dun
a
dun
boss?
dun.
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Oh, really? But why did you want to come here in the first place?
To
If you're looking for a reason to
murder?
write down in your notebook. I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
Oh, I guess I have to leave. Oh, he's got a psych lock. He's got a psyche lock.
You were here yesterday, I presume? Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Remington? You saw him last night? Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office. He looked like he had a lot on his mind.
He was ill yesterday?
Perhaps it was something he ate.
Tell me
You should
about
ask someone
Boggy.
else.
Tell me about
Try
Mr.
showing it to
Remington.
somebody different.
Tell me about yourself.
Prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
Take
What is
that.
it? Some evidence from last night's murder?
Oh well. Alright, we're done with you. Done with you, I say. Tips for unlocking challenge topics. Talk to everyone, examine everything, present clues and profiles. Okay, so apparently the way that it works is people tell me facts and I do not immediately believe them. And I can tap to say, this is not suspicious. I believe this is true. It's cool so far. I like it. All right,
Yes,
Vanderpeer.
Do you have a message for me?
No. I don't think so.
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you, anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Vanderpeer.
The famous movie director?
The artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
That is a very talented beard you've got, at least.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'd be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming? Vincent Vanderpeer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. Vanderpeer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
Ah, okay. So my little thinky think unlocked a challenge of sorts. Is that also true over here? Is there something that I failed to get right? Unknown.
This area is kind of empty.
Alright, let's
What's
talk
a
though.
famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering this area, the history, the atmosphere. It's the perfect
slime.
setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy. About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy.
Boggy, Bobby.
Oh no, nothing of the sort.
Oh.
He just has a little hobby that sometimes
Hobby.
distracts him
Boggy,
from his work.
Bobby,
But I
hobby.
wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
So now I can go over and ask him about the his hobby.
Were you working yesterday?
I'll do that later.
Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed, I was working very hard indeed, well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest, but yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual. Yes, difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burrow, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know
That's
what you're
convenient.
thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective, but there are some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
The night sky? How terrifying. Yeah, Broken Age? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't, the whole Mist series is on sale right now, and I have like a day or two to decide, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick up Abduction, but I don't think I'm going to play the rest of like the actual Mist series. Mist and Riven were good.
Vincent Van de Peer told me that Bobby Burrell was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burrell doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Kapow!
I heard this isn't the first
Challenge
time you've
start.
tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way? I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
Was he bribed? Was he threatened with a sword? Does he love me?
Right. That's the one. I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor.
Drama
So
tutorial.
you would have owed him money.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Oh, suddenly here is the film footage. Footage recorded last night at the exact time of the murder, filmed by Vincent Vanderpeer in the clearing on the west side of the swamp near the crime scene. There is nothing to see, but various clues can be heard. Listen to them in order. Was that a gunshot? I think this is probably the ripping of the curtain as he fell out. Like, he was killed inside the cabin and fell out the window, and that sound was him, like, ripping the curtain as he fell. Hiten Q style. Super genius.
I heard from Mr. Vanderpeer over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
You left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll.
I wonder if I should be getting some wrong answers in order to get additional dialogue.
Around? You didn't do anything? Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
He said you had a hobby on the side. You were collecting samples of swamp water. Kyle H. style, did we? Has anyone updated my wiki?
Vanderpeer said you had
Put
a
my name
hobby
in
on
it.
the side.
Is that what he said? Well, yes, he's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left my video camera, yes, but I have another one. It's much smaller, and it only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
So, you were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect. Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night. Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Yes, that's how that works.
What? Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
A blurry photograph taken by Bobby Burrell shortly before the murder. It shows something that looks like Boggy in the woods at the back of the swamp. The being in the photo seems to have long legs. What could this be? Could it simply be the costume hung on a tree or something? Maybe.
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there?
Alright, let's go over towards the cafe next. Pardon me. Is that why it says protest? Because there is a protest? People have been swamping the swamp? There's a wiki where the community can alter the facts of my life? Yes, and it works. It works just like it works just like a Mist book. If you write changes into it, then the world around me will change.
You've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money. You know,
Well, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool
Yes,
name.
the wiki is in
I
fact
call it.
only tiny
You don't need
FMVs.
to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Because you're a good swimmer. Oh, like Echo the dolphin. Ha.
Why? Because you're a good swimmer?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again, until my job is done.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it
Not
was...
thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So
That's
you're
right. My
against
brain
the
is
tourist
working
attraction?
perfectly.
Yeah, let's see. You'd rather
What
this area
perfection
is
looks
kept as a
like.
natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on
It was
a daily
weird.
basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
You can't go to profiles in the middle of this. Alright.
You come here every
What
day.
happened last night?
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting a tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to
Meager
keep
is
this place
spelled wrong.
afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down. Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost.
How very suspicious. So there's still more things that I think, anyway, that I'm supposed to spot here.
Looks like this I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here. And I'm impressed someone would want to. It's a colorful, boggy-themed padlock. He's staring into my soul. It should open if I set the right number.
11037.
Oh?
Oh, is the tent not an option? I cannot present the tent. Hello, you.
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
I know. I was in my office yesterday.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
Only
You
detectives
spotted it
wear
too.
hats.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
Okay.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't
She has like a
ask how I
giraffe
got
neck.
here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted. When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
By the gift shop.
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
What could Sally's leggings possibly have to do with this case? There's the leggings.
This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Okay, so they're not long. He was thinking they were twice as long as they really were because you see the reflection. Alright, so you just can't see the feet.
It's a humble gift shop wagon. Let's take a look. Bonky dolls, bonky toys, bonky postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad.
I kind of want some.
What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all. It's some kind of roughly made costume head, I think. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess. It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell, you know? It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. It's a framed drawing of Boggy. What a shame, it's not even signed. Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in, you know, not outside.
Okay. Ever X80, oh my. How are you?
I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope.
Mushrooms.
There aren't many clues over here. Unless those trees are a clue. But I don't think so.
We're having fun. We're playing a game that is probably quite a bit more gamey than Riven.
Predictably, a trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
Maybe.
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper? Or something more sinister?
It's Boggy Justice. That was it, right? That was it. These look like designs for a Boggy costume, and the handwriting is immaculate. What's going on around here?
Are we really talking about a swamp?
First time today. It happened the first time today that you and another favorite streamer both stream at the same time. Are we really talking about a swamp creature here? The costume design I found in the trash can explains what... Explains what the black and white photo is showing me. It's showing a person in a costume. That green girl's hair!
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph. I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here.
Dun dun
I
dun!
think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer.
Dun dun dun!
I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Chapter 2, A Deadly Disguise.
I have something for you.
Hello,
Another
Lulu.
gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
The little girl is the murderer. Yeah, this is a lot of these oh wait, I just know what is two. Is 2 of 7 because now we're on the next chapter? Maybe? Maybe.
Water, water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that. The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship. I think. Never really learned much about ships.
I learned a lot about ships. For example, that's the starboard side, and that is the larboard.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So
Oh, whoops.
At your service. Well, kind of. You're a suspect too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
What's so challenging about an old swamp?
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
A time travel game? Is that wait. Really? It's Ego Raptor?
So, you
I'll have to
sit in this
listen.
boat all day and sell food to people? To tourists, I guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who's hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make. The bog dog. He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you
Is
get
it?
thirsty,
I don't know
it's
if
the
it
most
is.
popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice. Try it.
It looks like... It looks... Well, I'll try some. Later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently. I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Something strange happened at the cafe yesterday.
Suddenly burst into flames. Oh, ha ha ha. Yes, Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Harper sold him a bog dog.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Harper
Is it
sold
is
him a
the
bog dog.
is Harper Ego
Harper's basically in
Raptor?
charge of all the food and drink here at Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure. But I wonder if they planned things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing,
I really
was going
can't
to show
tell.
you these sketches I found in a trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise.
No
perhaps.
kidding.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
If it turns out that ba, ba, bum. Who does the voice of Solid Snake? David Hayter. If it turns out that David Hayter does one of the voices, don't tell me. I want it to be a surprise.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening. And I had a couple customers.
Eagle Raptor, he's
Eventually
been
they all left and I looked up and went
he's been doing
lock
like
away
stuff
everything at
online
night?
for at least 10
Not
years.
everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything
Door
else
on
to
the
lock?
side of the
I leave
ship.
the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton stuff. There simply aren't many people who choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
Challenge unlocked. Let's challenge him. Yeah, he would do stuff on Newgrounds. What was that series called? The Awesome series. Metal Gear Awesome. Awesome Fantasy 7. Metal Gear. You knew? The game's called Metal Gear, asshole.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
The ketchup, the mustard, the strawberry jam, perhaps, or the poison. Yeah.
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
I have proof it was you that poisoned his food. No. You left the food stocks outside the storeroom? No, he didn't.
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
There's a little locked door on the side of the ship here. I think it's part of the cafe.
I can't go in. Right.
A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense?
Of course he got to put... Yeah, he put all of those things on his bog
Why is there
dog.
a cafe growing out of the side?
So what are some of these... A lot of things that they're saying are updated. I don't even know... Oh, okay. Like here. Okay. So where else can I go? Can I not go to the other places yet? Or maybe
There's a
I
wooden
can.
path built right... The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous.
Oh, I can go up there. Okay, so just on the map it didn't say anything because I had not been there yet. Now we have been there. Now we are here.
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home.